Well, I said it on the show yesterday. We are literally getting everything before GTA 6. We got World War 11 before GTA 6. I'm Tal the Traveling Clad, and Ilhan Omar is the jihadist gift in America that keeps on giving. Here is her amazing performance in Congress after her very, very deep learning at the Quality Leering Center, Somali run. Take a look at this.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI. The last time the Alien Enemies
We'll just listen to that one more time.
Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
حبيبي اسمعني من فضلك لو سمحت حبيبي. This is the US Congress now. What do you think the founding fathers would think of World War XI? I'm just saying this has nothing to do with her race at this point. It has to do with her qualifications from the Quality Leering Center. World War XI really is, I'm at a loss for words. We're going to listen one more time.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German,
they were enemies of the U.S., correct?
Japanese
were enemies of the U.S. at the time.
Italian
were enemies of the United States at the time.
Immigrants,
yes. So the comparisons to Somali immigrants, all accurate right now. So Somali immigrants to the U.S., in a lot of ways can be enemies of the United States of America at the moment.
Doing World War XI.
That's where it's actually World War II, darling. Hi, retard? It's actually World War II, not World War XI. But I mean, you guys vote her in. World War XI it's I wouldn't be surprised, if I'm being honest with you, if most of her voters actually believe that World War XI was the real thing. They are destroying TVs, laptops, antennas, and satellites and other electronic devices because they're haram and part of the modern world. Yemen seems like a great place, huh, folks? Yemen seems like a real nice spot to go to. Gotta love the Yemen. Okay, let's take a look. Valentina Gomez. Pakistan has a dirty shithole full of terrorists.
It's very common in Lahore to see people relieving themselves in the middle of the street. I was really surprised to see how casually they do it. The man was pooping on the road right there. And over here they're cooking food. And the man spat on my foot at the same time, as you can see. The spaces between houses are completely filled with garbage, as you can see. Basically, every place that isn't a house is overflowing with trash. It's really impossible for me to describe the smell and sensing.
Oh my God.
This market...
What an interesting look at Pakistan, huh? It's almost like everything I've been saying about them is fucking accurate as hell.
Hygiene rules is an open threat to public health.
Jesus Christ, man.
The food cooked outdoors is far, far from meeting hygiene standards.
I've traveled around the world. I don't think I've ever seen anything this bad before.
But since people in this region have been eating...
I've been to 80 countries. I used to live in South Asia. I used to live in Southeast Asia as well. I don't think I've ever seen anything this bad.
This kind of food for a long time, they've developed a kind of immunity. Foreigners visiting the city are strongly advised not to eat this food. It's even recommended not to brush your teeth using tap water. When accumulating garbage completely fills the streets of Lahore. In the city, the lack of sidewalks and disregard for pedestrians make the city even less livable.
It's lunch break at Darul Uloom Haqqaniya, Pakistan's oldest and best-known Islamic religious seminary, or madrasa. It's been preaching a hardline interpretation of Islam since 1947. He too considers Osama bin Laden and Mullah Omar heroes. He says they all volunteered and that he sent no one out to wage jihad. The West never gave the Taliban a chance to implement their system properly, he says. But although they had to wage war against the West, they were able to make peace in their own country. Today, his graduates become not just imams and teachers, but also politicians and car mechanics. They're all meant to spread Islam. It's their duty to preach Islam to the whole world, he says. More than that, it's their mission. Some stay only a year or two. Others complete all their religious education here and later open their own mosques or madrasas. Younger pupils are taught in the building next door. Saeed Ullah is learning English so he can spread Islam to the entire world. Of course, Islam should rule everywhere, he says. The whole world has to become Muslim. The Islamic justice system has to apply all over the world.
Do you understand why I say what I say now? Do you understand why it's always them? I promise you, it's happening in the Arab world, but not like that. The Arabs, first of all, there's not really a lot of Arabs out there. And the Arabs that you think are Arabs, they don't give a fuck, man. In Lebanon, they're partying. In Syria, they're doing orgies. In Iraq, they're going back to whatever the fuck being Mesopotamian means. They don't care. They don't care. They don't want this anymore. It's just Pakistan and Bangladesh that are like so wrapped up in it. It's just them. And you keep importing them for cheap labor, and then you ask why your life fucking sucks. Look what we just watched. It's only them. Muslim women complain South Koreans are clueless when it comes to Muslim holidays.
What's it like being Muslim in Korea? It's hard. I wouldn't say that this is a very easy country to live in as a Muslim. I think the common knowledge that, like, coming from Canada, people have at least a basic understanding of what it means to be Muslim, what we can eat, what we can't eat, how we pray, like what our holidays are, what we don't celebrate. These are things that are sort of common in the Western countries, but not as much common here. I think people don't really even know, like if they were to see me, they wouldn't even really know that I'm Muslim. And I think even like something as simple as eating is kind of hard because Korea loves pork. They put pork in everything, which I respect, but I can't eat pork. So it's hard to navigate that too. And I guess just wherever you are, you want to have a feeling of being understood. And again, there's that sort of undercurrent of not fully being accepted in some places. Although people have been really nice, there's that understanding that is slowly coming, but not fully here yet.
No, I got no problem with what she said. I got no problem with what she said. She wasn't demanding. She wasn't what's it called? What's the word? She didn't expect anything. She wasn't like I'm forgetting the word. She wasn't entitled. She was entitled. She was fine. I gotta say, I wasn't complaining. She was asked a question. She answered the question very, very politely, very well said. You know, they don't understand. She didn't say anything negative about the country. She said respects them. That's a good, in my opinion, that's a good Muslim immigrant. And there's no problem with her teaching her fellow Koreans, you know, that she's living in Korea, about Islam and the restrictions in Islam. There's no problem there. entitlement and saying this is how you need to be. You need to change yourself to fit around me. That's the problem. If she's just educating people on what Islam is, it's not a problem. She's not spreading dawah. She's just talking about her restrictions. I liked it. I think that we should see more examples of her. Actually, I can't shit on that girl. Like, we should see more examples of people like her. She complains that in the West there are no private areas on the beach where Muslim women in burqa can eat without being seen or disturbed.
I was struggling to eat in a veil at the beach, and this happened.
Usually it's a struggle for me to eat outside anywhere, and sometimes like I can always just pull up my veil like this, eat through here. But I actually found a better solution.
Is it eating through your eye slit?
No! Fun fact, this guy actually used to think I ate with my eye slit before we got married.
Because I saw people eating with spaghetti in here.
This is my solution, guys. We actually have a tent. There is a window, so I can just put it down when I'm eating, have my bagel, turn around, and lift my veil and eat this way. Everything's covered, right, Nugs? You can't see anything?
You can't see anything, no.
I can also turn around and eat. I just have to put this up.
Can I have a bite?
No.
Can I be in there when you're eating?
I want you in here when I'm eating. Bye.
Hey, but isn't it so sad that you have to rely on a tent to eat?
Yeah, it's sad, so make more female-only accessible places.
Was this the first time you ate outside without your face veil?
At the beach, yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels nice to be able to eat outside without the veil. You don't have to get it dirty.
Can I have a bite?
Okay, you can have a small bite, okay? Just small.
Bismillah.
What?
I was struggling to eat in a veil at the beach, and this
I'll never be cool with it. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. It's super demeaning. You know, I can respect culture as much as I can, but the niqab is just not it, man. It's just not it. It's just not it. It's not it. Bro, the fact you have to bring a fucking tent, and it's not even enough. In the tent, she has to turn around in the tent so that she's not facing anyone just to take a bite out of a goddamn bagel? Are you kidding me? That's not normal. That's not okay. That's very, very sad for the woman. The moment Ben Cohen got exposed for his hypocrisy banning ice cream sales in Palestinian territories.
We hugely support Israel's right to exist.
Oh, do you?
But we are against a particular...
Just not with strong borders or borders that they can defend themselves.
We are against a particular policy.
You guys are big proponents of voting rights. Why do you still sell ice cream in Georgia? Texas, abortion bans. Why are you still selling there?
I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting question. I don't know what that would accomplish. We're working on those issues of voting rights and.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think you ask a really good question, and I think I'd have to sit down and think about it for a bit.
Yeah. By the way, Ben & Jerry's is run in Israel by like a subsidiary company that not only once they decided to ban production, I think it was in the West Bank, which hired Palestinians, and Palestinians and Jews working together, they doubled down, and now Ben & Jerry's is sold everywhere. So, by the way, you don't even feel that Ben & Jerry's is not sold here. They're literally everywhere. I eat Ben & Jerry's every once in a while. It's not as good as the American one, I'm not going to lie. But this is an example. With Jewish people like Ben & Jerry, you don't need enemies. In my opinion, they're as bad as the terrorists. The way that they think about the way that we need to live here in Israel is so hypocritical. It's so disingenuous, and it's straight out racist. It's racist towards Mizrahi Jews like me, because that's a majority of our state, majority of Israel. Over 70% of the population is black or brown, is Mizrahi, is Arab in some way. A very small minority of Jews in Israel come from the Ashkenazi background. It's not the American Ashkenazi conglomerate that we have in the United States of America. And what they try to do is take, and I'm not saying that all Ashkenazi Jews in Israel, I would say most Ashkenazi Jews in Israel are right-wing. Most of Israel is right-wing. But they try to apply these liberal Ashkenazi Jewish talking points and liberal Ashkenazi Jewish, and it's not Ashkenazi Jewish and American that are liberal. It's a specific sect of Ashkenazi Jews who are these liberals, who are these democratic dimwits who try to apply those on Israel because they see a caricature of what Israel is, a caricature, and they're not willing to apply it equally. They're not willing to acknowledge that I'm as much of a sand ninja as a Palestinian and I deserve the right to eat their shitty ice cream. Ben Cohen, a co-founder of Ben & Jerry's, was arrested after confronting Robert F. Kennedy Jr. about Gaza during a hearing on Capitol Hill.
They need to let food to Gaza. They need to let food to starving kids. What did you say in there, man?
I said that Congress is paying to bomb poor kids in Gaza and paying for it by kicking poor kids off Medicaid in the U.S.
Don't look closer.
Bro, why are leftists so retarded? Like, I don't understand. What's wrong with them? What is it? Is it a different strain? Is it a genetic thing? What predisposes you to thinking like such a fucking idiot? Why can you not have a little bit of nuance in your life and understand it's not just evil with the orange man? Does it fucking have a little bit of nuance? Somali woman at the Minnesota Capitol.
So Somalis brought more than just built they didn't just build the economy, but we contribute to the soul of this great state.
Of course.
And I want to remind you that no human is illegal, ever. You are not illegal. Our neighbors are not illegal. And yeah, thank you. So Minnesotans,
Thank you. No, you know what Somalis did bring to the United States of America? They brought something amazing. They brought, as we saw earlier, World War XI. It's something we didn't have before Somalis immigrated to the United States of America. So that's really cool, man. We got World War XI before we got GTA 6. I'll see you guys next one. I'll live a long time. Goodbye, class.